I cannot believe the day is here that I'm filming this video. As you can tell by the title, I am pregnant, which is still so crazy to say. Really quick introduction before we get into me finding out that I am pregnant and then telling my husband. The day I'm filming this clip, I'm like over 20 weeks. I'm over halfway there. So obviously this video was filmed back in early September. I have been MIA from YouTube and my Instagram since September, and not intentionally. It wasn't like I was not filming because I was like trying to hide my pregnancy or anything, but we'll kind of talk about why I haven't been on here when I do my first trimester recap towards the end of this video after the whole finding out part. But I wanted to start off by saying where I'm at right now. I'm gonna roll the clips of me finding out I'm pregnant and talking about it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut back in and talk about some stuff. I I literally don't know what to even feel right now. If you're seeing this clip, then obviously it's real. There's no way. There's literally no way. I'm literally filming this on my phone right now. I just woke up. As you can tell by my appearance, I have missed my period this month. I have had like a super irregular period the last few months. Kind of ever since moving to North Carolina, I feel like I went like almost a month and a half before I got one of my periods, and like it's just been really weird, which normally it isn't, but it's whatever. So I bought like a bag of like the pregnancy tests from Target, like the cheap little strips, and it comes with like a bunch because I was like, just with my period is late, I don't have to worry about it. And I've used like 20 of them because my period has just been late. Not this period, but like other periods. It's always negative. It's fine. My period comes. This time I was supposed to get my period when I was just in Chicago, and I didn't, and I just got really sick when I was there. Like my mom got sick, my husband got sick, that's it. And so I thought like maybe I'm just sick, my body is late. But today is September, I think the 18th or the 19th, and I was supposed to get it on like the 3rd, which I know some people are like, well, that's really late, but like I said, I've had a few months where it's been really late, and I panicked, and then I wasn't pregnant and everything was fine. And so this morning I woke up and I was like, let me just take a pregnancy test today. Like, I don't know. My boobs have been really hurting, but that's all. My boobs always hurt really bad before my period. Whatever. I just took one and I put it on my counter, and I'm scrolling my phone on TikTok. I like forgot that I even took it. And then you just saw my reaction. And I'm like 99% sure that's positive, right? But also they're like really cheap strips. So I just did another one. I'm literally shaking. There's no way. Well, like there's a way, but like no way. Why am I'm so scared right now. Okay, let's go look at the second one. I don't think it's been 5 minutes, but oh my god, I think it's positive. Okay, it's been a few hours since I found out that I'm pregnant. I like literally can't even say that. But I'm in my car. We're about to go pick up something from Target. I have since made an appointment. It's actually for Friday. Today's Monday, the 16th, I think. No, 17th. I just wrote my lesson plans for tomorrow with the date, and I can't remember. But anyways, I called this place. I've never even been to the OB before. I know that's bad, but I called and I set up an appointment, and she like calculated how far along she thinks I am, like based on my last period. She said I'll be 7 weeks. I don't know if it's on Friday or on Thursday, but they don't start seeing people till 7 weeks. So she gave me a Friday appointment, and she said I'll get an ultrasound. This is like so crazy coming out of my mouth. Like I don't feel like this is real, and I want to talk to somebody so bad about it, but obviously I haven't told anybody. So I just feel like I need to vlog so I can like get these words out, and then whatever. Obviously this vlog will be something I probably want to look back on forever. So these are my raw, real emotions. But I obviously I don't, but I feel like I'm all over the place. But I think that I'm going to tell Zeke tonight. I literally cannot keep it a secret because because I'm nervous and like I need to talk to somebody about it. I want to call my mom so bad, but I know that I should wait. So anyways, I'm going to Target to pick up a digital pregnancy test because I only had the like little strip ones, which did I show you guys? I don't even know if I showed you guys. I need to like go back and do that. But I want to get one that says like pregnant, not pregnant, for one to show Zeke when I tell him tonight, but then also just like have another confirmation because I still cannot believe that this is real. And I also am I think I thought of a way to announce to him that I'm pregnant. I'm hoping that he gets off early enough tonight that I can announce it before I have to go to work, because I have to leave for work at 4:30. Because if I have to go to work all night and not be able to tell him until like later on tonight, and I feel like it's gonna be a lot harder to like record it without him knowing if it's like later tonight. So yeah, but we're gonna go to Target and get that, and then we'll talk a little bit more. I'm still filming on my phone because my camera was dead, so it's charging right now. So hopefully not the rest of this vlog, because I think this will probably be like my announcement / like first few week updates until I announce it to the world, I guess. I don't know. What in the world? I cannot believe this. I think I'm like a little bit over the scared and like on the excited now, but it keeps coming in waves. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm not scared, I'm so excited, and then I'm like a human scared. So it's the roller coaster for me. Okay, just got home from Target. I'm out of breath. I just ran up the stairs, but I got the clear blue digital, and we're gonna take one of these now. Really quick funny story. I had like the plastic cup that I had peed in like cleaned out, but I left it on the kitchen sink in our like guest bathroom downstairs, and then all the pregnancy tests I took on the counter. And Zeke is at work, obviously. His car actually broke down last week, and he's waiting on parts to come in to try and fix it. So he's been having a friend drive him to and from work because I use my car obviously to go to work. So I didn't like hear a car pull up or anything, and he came in the freaking door, and I guess his friend, they ended up needing like a piece of equipment, so they came home. And I literally was like trying not to act suspicious, but I was praying that he would not go into the bathroom, because obviously if he had to go to the bathroom, that's where he would go, because he's not gonna walk upstairs up here to our other two bathrooms with his like uniform and boots on. And luckily he didn't, but oh my god, I was so scared. I was like, that would just ruined everything. But I'm gonna take this test, and then I'm gonna start making some cinnamon buns, and I'll tell you while they're baking. I'm going to talk about how I'm gonna tell him, and then also the like symptoms that I might have been having that I didn't even realize were pregnancy symptoms until I realized that I'm pregnant. So yeah, I thought that'd be fun. I'm just gonna try and document literally everything so that when my friends and family can watch this back, because obviously I'm not talking to them in real time about this, also my husband. But anyways, I'm gonna take this test, and why am I nervous again? Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see that? Okay, it's positive. I know you were like, yeah, didn't like you took 3 other ones. You didn't think it'd be positive, but like I'm really shaking, like physically seeing like pregnant. And like I think that you have to be not like far along, but like I think there has to be like a lot of, I think it's HGC. That might be so wrong, but like the levels in your pee of like that are the pregnancy hormone for like a digital test to work. This is crazy. Okay, like now it's for real, for real. This is 4 tests, 2 different brands, digital strips, like. Okay, so I have the cinnamon rolls in the oven, and let's talk about all these things. So first of all, I'm making cinnamon rolls because I'm going to put, also the lawn people are outside, so I'm sorry if it's really loud, but I'm going to put the baked cinnamon rolls in my little like baking dish I have, and then write on like a little note that he has to open like bun in the oven because it's a cinnamon bun, and then like put the pregnancy test in there, because I think if he first sees the dessert, like it's not gonna be as obvious. Like I feel like if I were like be like, oh come look at, like I don't know, I'm trying to make it where it's not like 100% obvious. I don't think that he has any idea, because I sure didn't have any idea. So I actually had a missed period, like I think it was 2 periods ago, and I ended up Like, I really convinced myself I was pregnant. I literally felt nauseous every single day. It was like 3 weeks late at this point. And I had to go to the doctors when I think I was sick, or I had an ear infection or something. And when I went, they were like, okay, we obviously test you for your pregnancy, because I had missed my period and they didn't want to prescribe me anything without knowing. And then my test was negative. And at that point I was like, okay, well, the doctors did it and like, it's definitely negative. Like, it's negative. And I remember, like, I don't know. So basically, I think because of that, this time my period being late, it didn't even feel that late. Like, I didn't even really like think anything of it. Plus, I had been traveling, like I said, and then I got sick, like a cold. So I literally just thought, like, obviously you're gonna miss your period when your body like is sick, and I wasn't even thinking of it. Like, but now, like, looking back, I feel like I've had some like symptoms the past few weeks that I definitely can like feel like I can talk about. Number one being, I had to pee so much, and specifically, like, thinking about it, I noticed it when I was in Chicago, because we were walking around the city and there's a lot of places to go to the bathroom, like unless you're eating in a restaurant or something. And I just remember like panicking because I had to pee so often, and I felt bad to like inconvenience my family to like try and find somewhere I can go to the bathroom. And I really just chalked it up to being like, I pee all the time because I normally drink a lot of water. I normally drink about like 2 to 3 of these a day, or at least I try to. And then I also drink like Diet Cokes and energy drinks and all the other stuff. So I'm kind of just used to having to pee a lot. But I remember like in the city specifically thinking like, I literally just peed, I have to pee again. And yeah, I feel like I only noticed it though because I was on vacation and I had to like inconvenience people to go to the bathroom. So there's that. I guess obviously peeing a lot is a symptom, but I always feel like I have to pee a lot, so I don't know. But I've also been so freaking tired, like literally so tired. The other day at work, I drank, which obviously is not good. I wouldn't have done it if I knew I was pregnant, but I drank my double shot of espresso in the morning. I drank an energy drink. I was drinking Diet Cokes. Like, I literally just could not feel awake, and I just kind of chalked it up again to getting back in the routine after vacation. But I've been back for over a week now, and I'm still like, today I literally could go lay down and take a nap. I actually took a nap the other day, which I never take naps. So there's that. And I guess the last one that I would say is I've been really thirsty, and I kind of noticed this at work 3 days ago. I was drinking my water, my energy drink, I had a Diet Coke, and something else, and a seltzer water all at once because I was so thirsty and I wanted like all of that. And I was just chugging all of my liquids. Like, I kept coming back in because I was running orders out the door that day, and I literally, every time I came in, I was like chugging and chugging, and I wasn't even like sweating or anything. It wasn't hot outside. Like, that was just kind of another thing where I was like, why am I so thirsty? So I don't know. And again, obviously I'm only 6 weeks, so I don't know if these are like symptoms, but when I look up like early pregnancy symptoms, all of that was on there. But anyways, we're making these cinnamon rolls. It's only like 2 o'clock, and I don't know how this just go throughout my day, like a normal freaking day. Mom, if you're watching this, I really wish I could call you right now. Okay, we have our cinnamon buns prepped. They look so good. I'm gonna put the cover on them. I want to eat one so bad. And then I just made this card, and I just put bread in the oven, coming May 2024, and I just taped these tests, and then I have the one that says pregnant as well.
I think I need to go shower too.
What did you make me? You made these meals and you didn't show me?
Yeah, there's a card.
What do you make me a card for?
Hello, yeah.
No fucking way. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Are you for realsies?
Yeah, why would I lie?
No fucking...
Yeah, there's another one I was hiding from.
Okay, so now that you've seen that, you can obviously tell I was so freaking shocked finding out. So first of all, I've taken so many pregnancy tests before, because anytime my period has ever been late, I have convinced myself I'm pregnant, and I've had like taken tests before. They've obviously been negative, and I've always filmed me taking them because you literally never know when it's gonna be positive, obviously, and if it was positive, I would want to catch it on film, so I had it to look back on. So this day that I took the pregnancy test, my period was late. Obviously, I think it was like 10 or 12 days late at the day that I took the test, which you might be like, how did you not know? So quick backstory, my period, I started getting it at like 10. It's always been very, very, very regular. Like literally if I got it on like the first of every month, literally the first of every month I'd get it. This past year, my period has been just super out of whack. Like there was one cycle that was like 32 days, one was 40, one was 35, and I've always tracked my period because I use that as a form of birth control. I've never been on hormonal birth control or any type of birth control ever. I personally don't believe in it, but obviously everyone has their own beliefs. I don't care what you believe in, you do you. But I have never been on it, so I obviously have always been very in tune with my period, learning about my period, learning when and when it's not safe and all of that. So with my period being really weird this past year, I kind of was just a little bit looser about tracking it, and not on purpose in any way. We were not trying to get pregnant at all. And I don't even like, I don't know. So basically over summer, I think it was either May or June, I like missed my period, but then it ended up coming really late. Like it was like 3 weeks late. And so then it just kind of threw off my like app and my like cycle tracking. And I think ever since then I was kind of like not really sure of when I was actually ovulating and what was happening with my body. And I honestly just wasn't being safe, which it's whatever. But anyways, so when my period was late in September, I didn't think I was pregnant. I didn't have any like symptoms that I knew of. I didn't feel pregnant. I didn't have that intuition. Like, you know how people are like, when you know, you know. I did not know at all. I literally just, every time my period was late, I've always taken a test. I had like a bag from Target that came with like 50 tests in it for like $5. And I literally just took it randomly to make sure I wasn't pregnant, and then I was, which hence the reaction of like literally just because I didn't, like in that moment, I think I was just like shocked. Like that's all. There was no like happiness or sadness or scared. It literally was just like complete shock because I had taken a test so many times before and never saw it positive. So it was just a very weird thing. And I always like thought I would like cry when I found out because I've always wanted to be a mom. Like don't get me wrong, I'm so excited to have a baby, but it just wasn't my immediate reaction. And obviously everyone's reaction is going to be different. But so yeah, that is why I was so shocked in the beginning. And yeah, so we're gonna move into, I'm gonna do a quick little first trimester recap, kind of where I've been and what's been happening as well, and my plans moving forward. So yeah, I'm gonna start off by saying the first 19 weeks were so hard for me. Not even just the first trimester. I literally just started feeling better last week, and I'm about to be 21 weeks. So this is very new and fresh that I kind of feel like myself again. So I immediately started getting sick, nauseous, and no energy literally at all, which is very common and whatnot. So that happened, it was whatever. And I kind of just stopped posting on the internet because I just didn't feel good. I didn't want to film videos, I didn't want to read books, I didn't want to make content. I literally was in survival mode because I was also obviously still in my last semester, and I had field experience hours during my last semester, and so I was working one-on-one with a student twice a week for a few hours, and I had to like lesson plan for that and whatnot, and then actually teach the lessons. And when I tell you, it was the hardest thing ever because I just felt like absolute crap the entire time. It was so hard. And then I also was still working full-time, and I hadn't told anyone I was pregnant. I didn't tell my coworkers, I didn't tell my bosses. So I literally was just doing my normal workload on top of my normal school load, and it was just exhausting. So I really just had no time to read or post or even like want to do any of that because I just did not feel good, and I was using all of my energy towards school and work because those are the two things I had to do. So that's kind of how that went. Oh, also, I didn't even say, I found out I was pregnant at about 4 weeks and some days, but according to my last period, it said I was 7 weeks when I found out. So I made my first doctor's appointment, and they made me come in that Friday, so the same week I had taken the test, and I went and I got a transvaginal ultrasound, and they couldn't find anything. And I kind of had a bad experience my first time. The lady was kind of rude and was like, are you sure you're pregnant? Like, are you sure you have your dates right? And I literally had my period app with like my last period, like, which is the date that I calculated when they asked. And like, it was just like a very bad experience. And then I kind of like thought I wasn't pregnant. And then I, at that point, was like sad because I'd spent the whole week like mentally being like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Like getting over that like scaredness and being like more excited. And then I felt like I wasn't pregnant. And then they were like, you'll come back in 3 weeks because by then you'll actually be 7 weeks. And then we'll do another ultrasound to see if you are pregnant. So that 3 week like period of not knowing, like, I literally took a test every single day. Because I was so confused, and at that point I had started to get sick too, so I was like, I think I'm pregnant. But like obviously when you have like a bad experience with like medical professionals, you just feel stupid, or at least I do, and I was just so confused. But moving forward, my experiences have been better. I have had different like techs and doctors and stuff, but then I went back when I was actually 7 weeks and some days. I had another transvaginal ultrasound. We saw the like yolk sac and the baby's heartbeat and everything, and they're like, okay, you are pregnant, but you're only this far along. So that was kind of confusing because how was my last period wrong? And then when I went for my 13-week ultrasound, which is the last time I've seen the baby, I was measuring ahead, like 2 weeks ahead from my due date that they gave me, which would go back to me being right about my original one. So I don't really know. I'm technically due at the end of May, but if the baby is measuring that much ahead, like I don't know, maybe I'll like go into labor earlier. I don't really know. So yeah, that's kind of like some backstory of like how long I've known. And when you find out that early, it's so hard because you're obviously not telling anyone, and it's like you don't feel the baby moving, you don't have a bump. It's just like so weird. Like you're walking around like knowing you're pregnant. Like it's just the weirdest thing. But yeah, so I found out around, I guess technically 4 weeks and some odd days. So that's how long I've known. Yeah. I was sick, like I said. I didn't start throwing up until around 11 or 12 weeks. And then it was just like downhill from like that period until about 19 weeks. The last time I threw up was actually the day that I turned 19 weeks, and I have not thrown up since. Knock on wood. I've also been feeling so much better. Like the past 2 weeks, I've like been able to like get up. I'm like filming, obviously. I've read a book. I have deep cleaned my house. I've like just done things that I haven't been able to do. I've worked out. I'm finally back to working out, which I wasn't able to do. And I just like feel so much better, not even just physically but mentally, because I was going through such a hard time the first semester, like even mentally, which obviously I was super sick and like tired and like my body hurt and everything, but then mentally, like not being able to like work out or read books or do things that like kept me happy literally made me want to unalive myself. And I feel like people don't really talk about that, so I'm just gonna be open and real about my experience and my truth. I mean, obviously I'm so excited. Like I feel like I have to keep saying that because I don't want anyone to think that I'm not, but I think that if you've had a really bad pregnancy or like time in your pregnancy, like it's normal to kind of like even forget about the baby, and it's more just the fact that you just don't feel like yourself. You don't feel good. Like I literally couldn't eat. I would just throw up all the time. I couldn't get out of bed. And I'm a very like productive person. I usually would get up, like my normal morning routine before getting pregnant would like wake up early, go work out, like do a heavy lifting workout, go on a walk. I eat really healthy. Like I'd do my schoolwork, I'd clean, I'd organize, I'd go shopping, I'd go to work. Like I'm always on the go. And so to go from like that to then being really sick, but then also not being able to do anything on top of it, it just mentally made me feel like shit. And that's just the honest truth. But we went home for Thanksgiving, and I was about 13-ish weeks when we told everybody. So we had told our parents, I think at 9 weeks, which is when we went back the second time to confirm the pregnancy for real. So my second transvaginal ultrasound, that's when we told both of our parents. And then when we went home for Thanksgiving, we told everyone else. So we posted it on social media, and then we told all of our family in person for Thanksgiving, like all our siblings and cousins and aunts and uncles and whatever. As for moving forward, like I said, I finally feel better. I think I see the light at the end of the tunnel, which I know I still have halfway to go, but just like feeling like myself again makes everything so much better. Like being able to do my normal things and like not just feel like shit is such a good feeling. So I definitely want to film the rest of my pregnancy journey for YouTube. I literally have been on YouTube since I'm 13. 99% of my videos are privated, but when I tell you guys, I have had almost everything in my life documented on a vlog or a video. Like, I literally do, and I love to go back and watch them, and I just know that this is something that I'll want to watch again in the future. And yeah, so I plan on filming like day in my life vlogs, and like when we make our nursery, and like hauls, and just like what life is gonna look like from here on out, and like some content, like mom content. I don't ever plan on being a family channel. I hate family channels. I don't think you should exploit your kids for money, but that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, so yeah. And I do still plan on posting book content as well. I'm going to make a whole separate like book related video talking about where I've been and like what my plans are for that as well. So my channel, I think I still want to make like my book content, but then I also want to make my pregnancy / lifestyle vlogs, which is kind of like what I was doing before. Just obviously my lifestyle vlogs were just lifestyle and I didn't have pregnancy content. So yeah, but we'll talk about that in the future. I just kind of wanted to get this video up, tell you guys I'm pregnant, tell you guys where I've been, kind of share my experience, because I know when I was in the thick of it those first few weeks, I was watching videos on YouTube, obviously people going through the same thing, and like watching videos of people talking about how they're not having a good experience or they don't feel good, like made me feel so not alone, because I feel like 99% of the stuff I did watch was people being like, I feel so good, like blah blah blah, and then it just makes you feel like, is something wrong with me? And like that first trimester like anxiety of like, is this pregnancy even going to like stick, and like all of that was just so much on somebody. Like women are amazing, okay? But yeah, my next video will be out soon. Actually, I'm filming my 20-week vlog, so like my anatomy scan, and then also doing like a baby haul, and just kind of my first like pregnancy vlog, because this isn't a vlog, this is just me kind of catching you guys up. So that should be up within the next week. I promise I'll be back to decently recent uploads. And I also plan on filming a book video as well for next week, because I haven't posted any book content, kind of talking about that. That is it for today's video. If you have any questions or anything and you want to comment them, I can like do a little Q&A in one of my pregnancy vlogs. I feel like I covered everything I wanted to cover, but I also feel like I had so much to update you guys on that I probably missed out on a lot. But like I said, I plan on filming the rest of my pregnancy, so hopefully I will be able to fulfill that as long as everything goes well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. This feels so weird. Bye.